Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. We are here today for the Book of Boba review, and I have my awesome co-host slash guest, executive producer and co-owner of the channel, Nate. Welcome, Nate.
Greetings and beyond Venu, everyone. How are you?
And I also have here Mr. Star Wars and Ninja Turtle extraordinaire, Mr. Phil TMT. Welcome, Phil.
Hello there. And to anybody that has any issue of ruling Mandalore, fight me, bitch. Fight me.
All
Let's
right,
do hands.
All right, so today we're going to be covering episode 3, 4, and 5. How you guys feeling?
I gotta say, at first, it was kind of slow, but I really grew into like it now.
Yeah, I actually think that out of like with the 5 episodes that appeared, this has to be the best episode.
Agree.
It was really cool. But talk about 3. I think people blew that way out of proportion.
I was mad because I thought there was gonna be actual Power Rangers in there.
Somebody got an echo.
Who was that? Is that you?
Probably me. I don't remember myself.
All right, we're good now.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought I was going to see the helmet. I was going to see some morphers. I was going to see something.
Yeah.
And
I got my hopes.
All I got was some speeders with some color on it. I'm like,
I was like, "Are you freaking kidding me? You're telling me you just did exactly?" I was like, "What the heck is this? This is garbage."
I thought it was a good episode, and then they also complained about the charging for water. It's a desert. Of course, they're going to charge for water.
Yeah, of course. Do you know how much, dude?
It was fun.
They haven't seen the old.
They killed the Tuskens off, so they finished that storyline. That's what motivates them and everything. I thought
every time I think of that, I think of that part.
I thought it was great. That freaking Wookiee looked badass as hell. It reminded me of Zalbar from Old Republic.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a lot. In the way they did the dialogue in episode 3 was a lot. If you've ever played KOTOR, it is very similar. That dialogue is so,
very similar.
Yeah. So Nate, what was your take on episode 3?
Well, episode 3, I just thought, like I said, once again, I got my hopes up because I thought I was gonna get actual Power Rangers, but I didn't. I was bad, but overall, I liked it was the chemistry. I like how they did the scenery, the dialogue, and especially the camera shots. Everybody always talk about like the cinematography is on point. I always love shots like that, especially that scene when they were in the speedster, and you know the scene I'm talking about where, oh man, it was just awesome. And then overall, I just like all the characters. Each of them had a reason to be there, So that's my take. I give.
Phil, you there, buddy?
Phil,
I'm here.
All right, what was your take on episode 3?
I thought it was all right. I wasn't too impressed with it, but I thought it was all right. I didn't really have issue with it like some other people did.
Oh.
But it like I said, like so like for like I do think that the this episode definitely wowed me the most.
Oh, 5, yeah. Yeah, we'll get to that in a few.
Oh yeah.
And then episode 4. Episode 4 wasn't bad. I actually like 3 a little bit better, but not much.
Episode 4 was. I just think it was more. It was very. I think it because it had the fast pace of 3. It had to slow it down for 4. But it gave us like teases of what's gonna happen.
Yeah, and it was like that end was that cliff right there. And so that was really good. And then the one that everyone wants to talk about, we got to 5.
Yes.
Oh my God. I got good news and bad news. Good news is we got the return of Mando.
The man
The
did.
bad news is that was pretty much the whole episode.
It is because nobody cared about everybody. Nobody cared about the story. They just cared that Mando came.
It was, and I don't think it's that nobody cared. Okay, Boba's okay, but they just spent 2 seasons focusing on a brand new character, original story, original characters, and it got over. And Mando is so underrated, especially by certain communities. And Mando,
who shall remain nameless,
amazing. Mando is amazing. I'm a huge Mando fan. He's like a Mandalorian, but he's like a Western bounty hunter at the same time, and he's a good guy. You guys realize he was the first ever good guy bounty hunter. All the other bounty hunters were all dark side usually,
and douches. Yeah, it's true.
And they're usually villains.
Yeah.
But freaking Mando was the first ever good guy bounty hunter, and I just love Mando's story. Huge Mando fan. And we got Mando back, and like that was so cool. And then like showing that freaking his tribe came back together and stuff like that. That was awesome. And then we're getting teases that we might possibly see Mandalore, which we probably will. And anything that they take from animation, whether it's Clone Wars or Rebels, and they put in live action, I'm a huge fan of.
See, here's my theory.
Okay,
this episode was essentially a foreshadowing of what we can expect from season 3 of Mandalorian.
Okay.
I agree. I agree partly.
Are we? Because at the end he says,
well,
spoilers, forewarning for everyone. He says that he has to take care of something real quick, and then he's going to come back and help Boba.
Yeah, I think that in the next episode they might, as I said in my video earlier, might find Grogu, might see Grogu. But I think that next season of Mandalorian, they're going to focus on retaking Mandalore, and maybe.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And maybe
I definitely could see that.
And maybe like we're going to see a fight between him and Bo-Katan, where essentially Bo-Katan wins and takes a Darksaber, and maybe Mando will let her win. But my point is, I think this was essentially a foreshadowing of what we can expect potentially in season 3 of Mandalorian.
Several things in this episode made me think it would go a little bit in a different way.
Oh yeah.
It's to me because where he was asking questions to Armor about Bo-Katan, there might be a rivalry, and Bo-Katan does not like Armor's ways and the way she does things as a tribe leader, and considers them as a cult and radicalist. So I think that, and like we thought in Mando season 1 that Armor was dead, and then she was back. So there's got to be a reason for that. I think, my personal opinion is, I think that it's going to culminate in season 3. You're going to have Armor squaring off against Bo-Katan because Armor feels like she's the rightful leader of Mandalore, and Bo-Katan feels like she's the rightful leader. So I think those two are going to square off. I think Mando's going to try to get himself redeemed, and he's gonna get into it with Armor, and Armor's gonna kick his ass. That's my and Armor's gonna get that Darksaber, and then Bo-Katan's gonna challenge Armor for the Darksaber, and Bo-Katan may or may not lose. I don't know which way to go after that. But like there were little teases there because he was asking about Bo-Katan, and basically the way Armor talked about Bo-Katan was like she's a disgrace. So,
yeah, I can see that. Like, that's definitely one possibility where I can see it happening, for sure.
Yeah. What do you think, Nate?
I think for me, like I said, the Mandalorian has. I always been like at first in the beginning, I was already hyped for it, but I had low expectations because of what I've seen with the sequels. It got my life. It brought me back to loving Star Wars again because of how they not only somewhat fixed the sequels, but they somewhat bring in things from old things, like from Rebels and the Clone Wars. But like from this episode, I feel like for not only having Mando and then having Boba Fett working together, which was great, but I just love how he just he uses the dark saber, which because after all this time he's so used to using guns, weapons, all that type of stuff, but he used the dark saber like that.
Yeah, I like that, and I also like the fact that it feels like he's trying to, because where he's worried about Grogu so much, he's not fully focused on the dark saber. His mind is elsewhere, and therefore it makes the dark saber harder to control. You have to be focused on the dark saber 100%, like a Jedi, in order to control it. And so, like, he gets better as the episode goes on, but he's still not fully 100%. But I think over time he will. And then I think that Mando is going to be the eventual heir to rule Mandalore. Everybody says, "Oh, they're the rightful heir," but I think the way they're setting it up, because Mando was freaking awesome in this. I loved it. I had goosebumps the whole time watching this. I got so freaking hyped. I felt like I was watching an episode of Mando. Like, it was just so awesome,
dude. And also this man.
About it.
Yeah, but also this man's. I want his helmet. I don't care what anybody says. I want his helmet.
You want his helmet?
I want his helmet. It's so chrome and shiny. I just want it.
Oh yeah, freaking Bastard! It was so great. And
if I could change the color,
brought back the freaking Starfighter from Episode 1.
I know. What was that? I was like, what the freak? They're
that
really
was the one that Anakin was in.
Yeah, and I was like, holy crap, this is incredible. This is incredible, man. I was jumping for joy. I was like, yes, thank you.
I was honestly genuinely surprised that they pulled that. Like, I was like, that was like a welcome surprise for me.
Yeah, that was so, and me being a fan of Episode 1, that was so freaking cool. I was like, needs a paint job, but other than that, looks great.
Yeah, it just needs work.
I mean, like, if it was me, I would have had him paint the Mandalorian logo on there. That would have been badass.
Facts. But can I be honest? Listen, if they ever there's one Old Republic member that I want in either the Mandalorian or the Book of Boba. And if I heard there was teases, I know there was a few teases that he probably will show up. But if he is showing up, my eyes was lighting up. I was like, "What? Are you serious? You really think he's gonna show up?" Oh my god, I'm so hyped. Can't remember. Damn, I can't remember his name, but he was a bounty, one of the Twi'lek. I can't remember one Twi'lek. I can't remember his name.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they'll make references, but I don't think any Old Republic characters are going to show up in Mando.
I know. I wish I got my.
They make them 4,000 years old.
I get my hopes up though, because if they did do it, I'll be jumping for joy.
They do make a lot of Old Republic references.
If they go the whole carbonite route, then there is a chance. Not likely,
but no one has ever been frozen in carbonite for 4,000 years.
Yeah,
Revan was in stasis for 400 years.
Hey, so we did not know about this whole forced dyad thing until like the last Star Wars movie, Disney Star Wars movie.
Do not.
Tell
we don't
me
talk
you
about.
Did not just say that.
Do not talk about that.
Yes,
man.
I made that.
Do not say the T word.
Do not say that word. Phil. Why did you say that name?
It's okay, Phil. Phil used the freaking dyad. I don't think anyone knows what the F a dyad is.
It sounds like a weird diet. Hello, welcome to. We have the diet.
We have the dyad for you.
Yeah. What?
Nah, Phil's trying to be reasonable here. Even I won't even go with those kind of freaking sequel references. But yeah.
But you know what I mean. You guys know what I mean.
We definitely know what
maybe with the time portal.
Maybe.
Or that too. that would be more.
That's
likely
the
to
only
go-
way I could see it ever working. Is if they wanted to research the true. If Din Djarin wanted to know the true lineage, because he doesn't believe either side, he could go to Boba and use the portal behind the throne and go back in time and see what Mandalore was really like in order to prepare him for the future. That's the best scenario. And that's not even saying that they'll actually do that. But that's the best scenario that they could do to be able to go back to Old Republic. That's all I got. But yeah, oh my god, that was the episode. It had the characters. Like people like, oh, how's it gonna work without Grogu? Well, it showed you it worked just fine.
First of all, it was working without Grogu.
Working just fine without Grogu.
Yeah.
Grogu didn't show up till the end of episode 1 of Mando. I was hooked from the first 5 minutes.
Exactly.
When he came in and was doing that bounty and he said my favorite line, bring it warm or bring in cold.
Okay,
I love that line. That is my freaking line, bro.
No, my favorite moment was when freaking with the robot. The dude was like, dun, 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 dun. I was like, yo, this dude is he's probably one of my. Besides the robot from the Old Republic.
Was that one robot the one that Cad Bane had?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it looked familiar.
Yeah. And I was
love the callback in this episode though, where they actually had saying that line that Josh said as his favorite in this episode.
Yeah, it's the first line that he said in Mando season 1, episode 1. It's literally, if you look, it's the first line that he said. Because he's starting to talk, then they cut him off, and then he freaking beats the crap out of everybody and chops the one dude in half. And then looks at the guy, and the guy's trying to talk his way out of it. And he looks at him and he says, I can either bring you in warm or I can bring you in cold. and then they cut to the opening intro and everything. I'll never forget it. That first episode, my wife, who at the time hated Star Wars, she said, give me more. It's like even Rachel got hooked on freaking. That's what got her into Star Wars was that first 5 to 10 minutes of Mando, and like this dude was badass, and then he was a good guy badass, which Star Wars doesn't really.
Yeah, that's all. I will say this with the great Kathleen Kennedy, is that she is doing things, even though some things are a little unorthodox. She's building great characters. Things that she's like removing the typecasting. Like not every bounty hunter has to be evil and all that type of stuff. All that junk, you know.
I think it's more Favreau than her.
Oh, I agree.
I think KK, she's good at hiring the right people.
Agree.
Not 100% of the time, but a majority of the time she is.
The only two blunders I will hold her for is J.J. Abrams and Rian Johnson.
Well, JJ was a Disney guy, so at the time he was probably the most cost effective.
No,
he did fairly decent with. Freaking the Star Treks, you know.
Don't let Saint Ravis hear you say that.
Listen. I hold JJ.
Well, didn't Ravage get like his dream job or something like that? I heard him freaking saying about it in the Discord. Kathleen can't a D. Ha, Phil. Good one,
it's
Phil.
Kennedy.
Can't a D. But no, she hires most of the time. Yes, Ryan. Like what I found out recently was that the sabotage of the sequels was mostly due to Pablo Hidalgo.
Cool.
So, Pablo Hidalgo, he was part of that creative team for the sequel trilogy.
Oh.
And he was pushing more ideas than anybody.
Oh.
So, yeah. The buck stops with her, but at the same time, not all her. Because we're getting good stuff. She's putting right people in the right places. And if you look who wrote and who wrote this episode, who created this episode, who pretty much did the whole episode. All Robert Rodriguez did was direct it.
Yeah.
And Jon Favreau did the rest of it. So yeah, and it just shows Mando is so freaking over, and it doesn't matter if he has Baby Yoda, Grogu, or not. Mando
I'll say this: the one thing that gets me sad is that he got rid of the spear.
He need to get rid of the spear.
I know, but still, now he has.
It was the reasoning is why I was okay with it.
Yeah, I understand that
because them being part of like trying to raise them the right way and to do the right thing. She said Baskers for armor never should be used as a weapon.
Which I totally understand for.
That's like taking something and using it as a weapon. It's sacrilege and a disgrace and it's wrong. And so like it's a weapon that you shouldn't have. It's like nuclear warheads. It's like a weapon that you shouldn't have because it can hurt and maim the wrong person. And like the way she was putting it out there like that, it's like we don't use it like this because that's wrong. It's wrong and it's evil. And of course, if you look at Mando season 2, the person who wielded the Beskar into a weapon was bad and evil. So like it lines up. It doesn't make this group, the Watch, look like a cult. It makes it look like a real family.
I want to know who voiced
Armor's teaching right from wrong. So that's why I was okay with it.
I gotta be honest. Who's the lady who voiced her? Because I really want to know.
Brett, you watch the show Supernatural?
Phil?
Wait,
hey,
what?
Phil, do you watch the show? Did you watch the show Supernatural?
No.
Okay. Well, in Supernatural, there was a woman who played Amara, God's sister, and her actress name is Emily Swallow. I kid you not, and that's who's playing the armor. She's
really?
a really good
that
actress.
Was her?
Huh?
Really? Oh
Yes.
my god! I did not know
Yes.
that. Oh my god! I didn't know that. She's freaking
woman.
awesome.
Beautiful woman, amazing actress. Yeah, she's the armor. It's
Wow.
a shame. It's a shame they keep her face hidden all the time.
I mean, she's pretty as hell. She's pretty as fuck. I mean, what?
I've seen her in NCIS.
Go on.
She was in NCIS and How to Get
Yeah, that too.
Wait, Emily Sloan? That's her name?
Swallow.
Swallow, like what you do when you drink water.
Swallow.
Why you gotta make it weird,
it
man?
sounds bad. It sounds bad, but yeah.
Why you gotta make it weird, man?
You're welcome.
He just said it's gonna be weird. There's no way you can't make it weird. All right. Phil tried to do the best that he could.
Hey, now I remember her. Yeah. What's his face? SWT interviewer. Yeah, SWT interviewer.
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars dude. I call it.
Yeah, and she also defended Gina when Gina got fired. So yeah.
Well deserved.
Yeah. So Emily's awesome, great actress, and I love her as Armor. But she puts on such a freaking voice and gets into character for Armor, you can't tell it's her.
I already know who like I said, there's one person. Now that I see her, I already have her as a perfect person in my future visions.
She's 42 right now. Emily Swallow's 42. She looks great.
Yeah.
Oh heck yeah! She don't even
like I said, she'll be perfect. She'll be perfect for a certain superhero character that I want to happen. But I
is she Electra?
Bro, that is a close second. Close second.
Oh.
Hang on, guys. I'm gonna share this so you get a good look.
What superhero do you want her to play?
I want her to play. Oh yes, what's his face? I want her to play. Damn it, what's her name? I would love her to play Huntress.
Oh yes, you would make a good Huntress. Yeah, I can see that.
Huntress. As soon as I saw her, I was like, yeah, she's perfect as Huntress. It fits her like a goddamn glove.
The one part that I didn't like about the episode is after everything he's done, and that's his family, They were going to throw him out because he didn't lie. He admitted to taking off his helmet.
Well, there's like they did say that there's only one way you can do that. It's go to like the caves of Mandalore. But that
Yeah,
like
but he asked if he
you
could.
don't even said
About
that
to get to
they
that.
don't exist.
To the
So
caves
like
of Mandalore, but it's destroyed, and that's the whole point. Is
yeah, so like
yeah. But they didn't tell him what to get in the caves of Mandalore.
That is the question. I think that's the one he's trying, and that's still
well,
confused me.
well maybe he already knows. Maybe since he was raised on a set way, maybe they already told him when he was like going
No, they
doing
didn't
the ways.
because he asked how he atoned, so he didn't know. If he did know, he wouldn't have had to ask.
Yeah, but I think what I meant by that is like maybe he heard stories of Mandalorians as doing forgiveness, and maybe he forgot. I don't know. I'm trying to
No,
overly justify this.
I think what's going to happen is when he gets to the caves of Mandalore, he's going to have to go through a certain number of trials, and then passing those trials will give him his atonement, and
I
it's going to be something of proof that he has to bring back to Armorer, and that will redeem him. So
I can see that.
yeah, but that's the way I'm seeing it. But I love the Mandalorian. There's so many KOTOR references in Mandalorian.
exactly, and that's why I was like,
So
like my mind was blown. My mind was blown with how many references.
that's a big reason why I like the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
There's so many KOTOR references, and like they can go back to Old Republic, but they're gonna have to use a portal to do it. That's the only way they can time travel. It's possible because they really haven't done a deep dive or explored how long someone can be frozen in carbonite, like Phil was mentioning. We don't know the limits. They just haven't tried it for a long haul.
Yeah, because like what Han was frozen in carbonite for what, like a few months at least.
Yeah,
to a year.
and then Revan was, I don't know if it was either carbonite or stasis. I think it was more stasis because Vitiate was draining his power or feeding off of his power, which kept him going. But Revan was able to manipulate Vitiate by doing that, so he wouldn't attack the Republic for 400 years. And then they got Revan out, and that's when Vitiate ended up taking over. So, and that was 400 years. I don't know if they'd be able to do it for 4,000. But anything's possible because they haven't explored it. So it could go either way. And I think that's what's so fascinating about it. Oh, give me Old Republic all day. I'll take it. I think the reason why I like Mando is there's so many similarities between the KOTOR games and Mandalorian. Mandalorian is basically like an original story mixed with Clone Wars, mixed with Rebels, mixed with KOTOR. And it's just, I love it, and I think it's awesome. But yeah, all right, here's my question to both of you guys. What do you think the overall reception is and going forward of the show? Do you think this improves? Is this going to get people into Book of Boba now? Or do you think the verdict's already out on it?
I mean, it was already. I think it was already start. I think it already started from episode 1, and I think it's gonna have a second. I think it's gonna have a second season already. So I already know it's gonna be a second season.
Yeah, after it's going to have a second season.
So, but I think the Mandalorian just gave it an extra boost for it because I think if it wants to, it could go for a third season.
Oh, okay.
Here's
Yeah.
my thing of it too, because I agree with Nate to the extent of like I think having the Mandalorian will revitalize some people's interest in this Book of Boba Fett series. Now, granted, can they keep this momentum up? I'm hoping because we have like what 2-3
But
episodes left.
this is the sad thing. Book of Boba was okay. 1 and 2 were okay. It's not bad.
Three was
three I thought was pretty good. 4 was okay, And then 5 was, in the wrestling world, we call it a freaking banger. All
Yeah.
right. When something's really, really, really good that just gets you so hyped into it, that's known as a banger.
Yeah,
And freaking episode 5 was a freaking banger, dude. Like, and because it was mostly Mando. You get Fennec at the end saying, "Hey, we need a favor," and I like what Mando did because it just cements how much of a good guy he truly is, and how it's not always about the reward if he has a good relationship with people who have his back. And she gives him a big old stack of freaking credits, and he throws it back. He says, "You keep it. This one's on the house." And when he did that, that was just because he's got a soft spot for Boba. And Boba had his back when he needed him the most and helped him get Grogu and stuff like that and pledge loyalty to him. So he wants to pledge that loyalty back. And I'm big on loyalty. And so that was just when Mando said, "This one's on the house." I thought that was so freaking cool.
Oh yeah, I thought that was awesome. Like, I was with you right there. Like, I'm also a person who's big on loyalty, and like you, that essentially made me respect the character of Mando even more. And I like that. That was cool.
Yeah. Yeah, what did you think, Nate?
Like I said, I was already a fan, man. Like I said, his code, you could tell his code is everything. And if you break said code, he'll break you. So I already knew he's gonna return the favor sooner or later. I already knew one way or another. So, but I think I'll tell you the best thing about the Mandalorian is not only his arsenal but his morals, his morality. Think about it. All he wanted was Grogu. He had the dark saber. He beat it off of Moff Gideon. And instead of just, keeping it for himself, he like, I yield. Take it. He didn't care about the freaking saber. It's the rules of all of Mandalorian. And he like, you know what? I'm still gonna give it to you. I made a deal. Done. It's crazy. And that's why I always venture off with the Mandalorian. Even with the thing with Ahsoka too. With Ahsoka, he was telling him like, I need you to train him. No matter what. He's like, you should go. I think you're better well trained. Instead, like, even though she doesn't have the confidence to train him, he still had confidence that because you have some training, you could still train him to be better than she is.
All right, I'm going to show you guys something real quick. This is why I don't believe scoopers. What does that say?
Oh yeah. The Mandalorian, why Emily Swallow's character
May not return. What did we just see?
We saw
The
his
series,
speech,
right?
right?
We saw a return. Yeah,
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why I don't believe scoopers. Sorry, I just wanted to prove.
I understand. Scoopers are annoying.
I just wanted to prove my point.
Nah.
All right. Episode 5 was awesome. I loved it.
Yeah.
Lots past couple episodes.
But that duel, that was freaking awesome though.
Yeah. That was cool. And that's just a dose of what we're gonna be getting. But my final question to you guys is, where do you see Book of Boba going forward? We got a lot of teases and possible rounding up a group of people to form like his freaking established syndicate for Boba. Where do you see the show going forward? Because we got 2 episodes left.
I feel like the Empire, especially Moff Gideon. Now that I see Mandalorian, I already know Moff Gideon is right behind him. And
I'm talking about Book of Boba. Where do you see it going forward? Not Mando.
Oh, Book of Boba. I mean, there's going to be somebody who's going to be challenging. There's going to be one person who thinks he's better than Boba Fett. It's going to challenge the throne. and do some underhanded tactics because there's going to be that one person, especially being in the underground. But I think her and Fennec, there's gonna be a falling out. I already can feel it.
I think that essentially the next episode we're going to see Boba and Fennec help Mando see Grogu, but along the way somehow the Pikes tries to get in the way, and that will influence what will happen in the last episode, where there's going to be this epic showdown between the Pikes, Team Boba, with the help of Mando.
That too, and I also believe he was. He's like. I bet you even Boba would be like, you know, you know, you could always join the syndicates. He's like, yes, I would.
All right.
Which also, which also, to add on to my point before I end my point, was also give us a potential Luke Skywalker Princess Leia cameo.
Man, how is Princess? One of them is
CGI, bro. CGI.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. They're both going to be most likely be CGI. But here's the thing. At this time, I'm thinking that Leia's getting trained as a Jedi because we get hints of that in one of Disney's sequel movies.
First
So I
of
think
all,
at this moment, she might be either training or just be hanging around Grogu, maybe babysitting him, while Luke is trying to go off to find other Jedi outside of Grogu at the moment. So if it's not going to be a Han Solo, that's going to probably be a Luke or Leia.
Who said that Mando is going to connect to the sequels? Did Jon Favreau himself say that?
I wouldn't connect to it. I wouldn't. That's trash.
Well, what I was saying is that it's not so much like really connecting to the sequels per se. So it's in this time, like in this direct timeline, Luke it's already established that Luke is trying to start up his own Jedi Order, and yeah, my point. I did reference the sequels a bit, saying that it was confirmed that Luke trained Leia, and it was around this time when Luke would have be training Leia. So maybe we will see like Leia hanging out with Grogu or Luke hanging out with Grogu. So we might get also an added benefit of Luke or Leia being in the show if Han Solo's not going to be in here.
Yeah, I'll tell you my take on it. I think that Luke Skywalker in Mandalorian was used as a way to get Grogu off the show.
Agreed.
Agreed.
I don't think we're seeing Jedi. I think they were cameos to set up for other shows. Agreed. I think Ahsoka coming into Mando was to set up Ahsoka's own show. And
which
so
I like.
That way you get the spin-off. And then when Luke came in the finale, it was a way to dump Grogu off in the right way.
And even Bo-Katan's group, I feel like that's gonna also be a
yeah, and they'll eventually have that storyline, and then that'll go into its own thing. Yeah. All right, but here's what I see going forward. All right, it's gonna sound crazy at first, but I think it's gonna work.
All right,
Boba's gonna go to all his old friends that we remember. And he's going to start recruiting everybody so he can have this big group to go against the Pikes.
Who, Darth Vader? He's dead.
Let me finish. Even if they have Mando, that's only one person. I think he's going to go. We're going to get Cat Bane. I think we're going to get Bosk. I think we're going to get freaking Dengar. I think we're going to get Embo. And who's the other guy from the Clone Wars?
Crap, I can't remember his name. It's going to take a while.
You remember Phil?
No. Phil?
Sorry, I just check on my camera real quick. But what did I miss?
The other bounty hunter during the Clone Wars.
Cad Bane?
No, it wasn't Cad. Hondo. That's right. It was Hondo.
Hondo, yeah.
Yeah, I think we're going to get all those guys, and Phoenix and him are going to recruit around. And yeah. And we may or may not get elements from the Bad Batch.
The Bad Batch gonna be in there. It's true.
I think they've been teasing Captain Rex.
Yes.
So
I think they might bring in Captain Rex.
I would like.
I wonder who would voice him. That's what I want to know because all of them are DD
This
Baker.
can be Tamara.
Well, Captain Rex is an ultra clone, so hence tomorrow Morrison will be
Yeah,
reprising the
tomorrow.
role as
Yeah,
Captain Cody or
and
Rex.
he
Captain
really
Rex.
wants to play Captain Rex, so that's going to be interesting. So
I mean, he already has the body type and the head shaped part done,
yeah,
so all he really needs is the armor, and he'll be set.
yeah, because he's going after Boba's going after bounty hunters. So you're gonna see all the bounty hunters.
And that's also assuming that Captain Cody, not Cody, Captain Rex didn't die out by the accelerated aging process.
Yeah, they could be, but that's just that part speculation. But I do think that they're going to get all the bounty hunters. So you're going to see Boss and Dengar and Aura Singh because those are the people he pretty much grew up with, and Cad Bane and all them dudes. So I think Fennec's going to go and start recruiting, and we might not see all of them, but I think we're going to see some of them. And so yeah, but I'm looking forward to see where they go from here. I love getting that preview into next season of Mando. Everybody's coming back. It's going to be awesome. I forgot the cover. I like that one part when his tribe was giving him shit for not freaking killing Moff Gideon.
Yeah.
Because Din Djarin wanted the justice system to work its course, and the tribe was like, "Screw that, screw that. That's BS. You should have taken his head off."
I mean, I was gonna say, but I was like, cut his head off. Do you know what happens if you let a person live?
They're like, "Do you know all the crimes that he's committed against our people?"
Yeah.
He's right. You should have taken his head off.
I actually enjoyed him not taking his head off because that kind of
No, I'm saying that's the right thing to do. But like seeing his family give him crap over it is understandable as well. Like, no, I agree with you, Phil. Him doing the right thing just makes him more. What am I trying to say? More deserving, more deserving of the Darksaber, and
that too, yeah. And I just thought that it would make him more humane, like human.
Yes, exactly, and that's the point. If you're going to make a bounty hunter, especially a Mandalorian, a good guy, which they're typically not, if you go on Mandalorian lore and their beginnings and everything, and most Mandalorians aren't good guys, to see Din Djarin be this good guy Mandalorian, that's the perfect way to go with it, in my opinion. So yeah, I thought it was good. But yeah, that was fun. We got stuff in the future for Boba, and I'm excited. I've liked every episode. I've liked some better than others, but overall, I think they're doing pretty good. And we got 2 more episodes left. And then we'll find out about the future shows. Now we got Obi-Wan next year, or this year, sorry. We got Obi-Wan, then we got Mando season 3, and then after that, Ahsoka's going to be on the horizon. So
I think Ahsoka's going to be next year, I think, right?
It's either the end of this year or next year. I got to look into it, though. I do know that a couple people like Echo Base and Star Wars Meg have been keeping close eye on the Ahsoka series and everything.
Oh, I love like catching Star Wars Meg's videos because she's like always enthusiastic.
Yeah, and she's British and she's a little bit cynical, but she's super cool, and you guys go check her out. But anything you guys want to say or plug anything before we hop off here today?
I got nothing to plug, man. Well, besides the Royal Rumble stream, but that's pretty much it.
Oh yeah, we're doing that. We're doing some watch parties this weekend, and the Sunday is the wrestling recap. Saturday, my beautiful, loving wife is going to be here for Alien versus Predator Part 2. We're going to finish off that series. Thank Jesus. And then a week from Saturday, we're doing Underworld. So
No. Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
so get
Oh,
excited for
freaking-
that, guys. We got some great content coming for you. But Phil, I know you want to plug your stuff.
love
Yeah,
it.
I'm actually going to like do a stream in like a few hours. Since school, like for me, my college is going back to in person or starting to with some of my classes next week. I'm going to do a shaving stream later on, and it's going to be an open mic, so anyone can join.
There you
And so
go.
I'm going to do that in like about an hour or two, and that's really about it of all I got planned this week.
Yeah, yeah, guys. If you like the video, tell some friends. Let's sub. Get on Twitter. Do some tweets and retweets. I'm plugging Phil's stuff right now. His Twitter and his YouTube channel. You get the Discord in there too. But yeah, thanks guys so much for coming on. I had really fun talking today. Wow, we didn't even go an hour.
Yeah, it feels
Sure,
it feels like 10 minutes. I gotta be honest with you.
Yeah, people are probably busy today. Like I woke up this morning. Usually Saggy and them are streaming. They'll have some big streams, but it felt like a ghost town. It literally felt like Ybor City here in Tampa after sunup, which is like total dead ghost town.
Oh yeah, I think Saggy announced that she wasn't going to do a stream today because she stayed up too late.
Yeah.
Oh well, she was doing a watch party with RJ.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes
That's
sense.
probably it.
Yeah,
But like usually I'll see other people like Matt Channel 66, Aim Fate. Aim Fate probably had to work today because it went today. But yeah, I had a great time with you guys. Thank you so much. I definitely needed this. Hopefully we get views up because I'm trying to make up for the last one.
Gotcha.
Hey,
hopefully this does it.
The views will definitely come. Trust me. You are an amazing person, and I'm honored to call you a friend and a brother.
Thank you. I appreciate that. We are friends, and we might have some little squabbles, but it's how we deal with those squabbles and how we come back to each other, talk to each other as friends.
Fair.
But yeah, so we got that stuff lined up. Also next week, Nate really wanted us to do some Mel Brooks.
Yes.
So we're gonna do some Mel Brooks next week.
Mel Brooks all day.
And Nate needs to finally tell me when he wants me to do that so I can put it in the schedule. So yeah, give me about a week so I can watch these movies because my wife only has a couple days off a week.
Yeah,
we're gonna have some fun. I got to do 2 streams Saturday. We got to do the stream with Rachel, and then we got the watch party on the same day. So
I don't want you to get tired, man.
Hey, dude, I'm a hardworking man. All
I
right,
know.
so I got to do what I got to do. But
You gotta do what you gotta do, son.
Everyone's invited. I don't even care if you like wrestling. Let's just show up and talk. You know, I don't mind that. Let's have a good positive talk. We'll talk about what you guys want, and I'll just be watching the pay-per-view. Also, if you guys got any suggestions for any future content, but the big thing is Nate and I are going to start focusing more on Star Wars, video games, and wrestling content.
There's gonna be few, and there's gonna be an occasional, rarely movie reviews.
We'll do movie reviews once or twice a week, and I might do open mic every now and then, but it's probably better that it goes on Phil's channel that way, and we'll be fine. But yeah, and then when football comes back, we'll do the football stuff.
Yes.
If you guys
we don't have Ewoks on Phil's channel. We don't have Ewoks on Phil's channel.
Yeah, see, I got those TikToks to distract people.
Hey, you guys know you love them.
You're switching it up now. I don't mind the hot dog Ewok, but if it's like all the time and no variety,
we all know.
Like Phil's giving variety now. He did a couple TikTok Ninja Turtles, OG Turtles, which is my absolute favorite. That was cool.
Oh, yeah, same
He's
here.
starting to mix it up with some Jedi and different stuff, and I like it. It's good stuff. Go check out Phil. I plugged his Twitter and his YouTube in there. I might be over there in a little bit. But thank you guys so much for the love and support. We're up to 82 subs now, which is absolutely amazing. Freaking, when I'm not on here late night, I go on to Gargut's channel. Check out Gargut's Entertainment. We do a late night thing, and that's like uncensored talk. So if you like Jerry Springer, then that would be the show for you. Gargut's is awesome. Yeah. Gargut's an awesome guy, great friend. We love him to death. And go check him out. Give him a couple subs. Show him some love. And we're trying to build this community. I know community is a tainted word, but we're trying to do something nice here, as I like to call it, network. And we're trying to build a network of some great people here. And thank you for everything, guys. And until next time, have a great day.
And sub to everyone that was in the chat. As one of us rise together, the others will rise together. So subscribe to everyone that was in the chat too.
Exactly, Phil. You guys have a good one. I'll see you next time.